Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you literally the only team you need to do this Duergaroth faction assault and the delve one from level 1 all the way to level 500. It works on literally every single delve that allows these colours. I've done it on many delves to 500. It's an absolute piece of cake and never ever lost a fight. It is literally invincible to me when used correctly. And I'll show you a few alternative ways you can swing the team around and change it up a bit if you've seen this team before. Anyway, you can go to the shop if you like and grab tier 1. If you don't have your horde level in Duergaroth to level 100 yet, you won't have a potion of enchantment stored, so you can buy one from here. This will make things a little bit quicker and a bit easier. But if your horde level is above level 100, then no need to buy it from here because you have one stored already. Anyway, on to the actual fight itself. You can just make this really quick and easy. 3 fights straight across the middle to the end to the mythic room. But when you get here, if you like, you can then go around picking off these extra rooms to build up that room treasure multiplier. For the speed of the video, I'm just going to go trotting straight across. Like I say, I will show different teams for this, just show a few alternatives. This is the basic team you can use to just do the whole thing. It is an absolute piece of cake. We're going to have Mang in first place, eliminating all armor from an enemy, dealing magic-based damage, gain attack equal to the armor eliminated. So what happens is on the harder levels, when things get really hard, the enemy has tons of armor. It actually works against them. You take away all that armor, goes onto your attack, which goes sky high. Any skull hits are absolutely devastating. You just keep looping with Charlestoni, doing constant damage, creating loads of brown. Any skull hits are going to just destroy the opponent, and at the same time, you cast Mang a couple of times, you then build up your Gargoyle's power, because this deals splash damage to an enemy boosted by all allies' attack and explodes 2 gems. You can do that at the same time. I'll show you how to use this on a higher level. And in last place, if you want a brown storm constantly, you can have this with Zernabog. Conjures a dust storm when its turn begins, which means every single round that Zernabog is in the team, which should be all the time, and creates 10 brown gems and then explodes everything in the world ever, literally. So really good team and really easy to use, and Geomancer essential for this because again the traits are absolutely superb. All constructs start with 50%, which is the whole team. Impact, inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. Well read, anti-magic sphere, tactician, rock solid, really vital for this. We get brown all the time, so you get a barrier when you get brown gems. What this means is you can cast your Mang in safety. If you cast this on the opponent, strip away the armor, boost up your attack when you've got a shield. If there's a skull hit there, it doesn't matter. They're going to hit you and just take away your armor. You will get brown again the next turn, very, very likely, and then get a shield again, but with massive attack on your Mang. Really easy to use. I'll just show the banner for this. +2 red, +1 brown, -1 blue. So I'll just show this once or twice, and then we'll show how you can change the team around if you like. Right, so we're looking for red or brown. If we can straight away, we'll grab some brown. There's an unusual alignment of perfect row of stone blocks along the bottom then. That was a bit weird. But what you do normally, you can just cast a Chalcedony, cast a Gargoyle in the middle on the early stages. What I'll do, I'll just do these ones out. I'll just do this quick 3 battles here like this. Just get these out of the way, and I'll jump to a higher level in the Duergaroth delve itself. Viper's Kiss. Yeah, I'd rather not. So we've got Mang up already. All the while you're on these low levels, you can just literally make mincemeat of them. Just a piece of cake. Or you can loop with Charlestoni as a very, very reliable loop. "19 out of 20, I would say. Nothing is truly infinite in this game. Not an infinite loop. It's always going to end at some time, which means it's not infinite. So there we go. We've got everybody charged up again. Chargedoni, charges up Gargoyle, and that is where you're going to do the early stages, providing your magic is high enough. You don't have to cast Mang yet. We don't need that extra power. This is just for the early stages. Absolute walk in the park. What I'll do now is I'll jump to a Duergaroth higher level and just show how the same team works in that. Then I'll show how we can change that team around a little bit, just for variety's sake. Right, let's go in Duergaroth itself. Level 250. So same deal, straight across to the end. Going to use exactly the same team in exactly the same way. But we have to adjust the way we play it now. The enemies are harder, they've got more attack, more armor, more life. So what we're going to do this time is look to get our weapon up if we can. Right, we can cast Zernabog if we want, but there's no need. We'll let them. I think they're going to do good. We'll pick on anybody that's got the highest armor. That happens to be the first opponent. That's boosted our attack to 238. Because we've got more attack, it means Gargoyle does more damage. The boost is now 178 on top of the initial 79 splash damage. So we'll park that on someone in the middle, do loads of damage. Now, if you want, you can just loop them to death. With Chalcedony, she's going to be really reliable for getting loads of ground. And kill them all. I could have probably cast Gargoyle then. But because we get brown all the time and we get rock solid, you've got a constant barrier on the harder levels. You'll be able to cast Mang again in complete safety. Get your attack to level 1000. Skull hit's going to be doing 1000 damage. Absolutely ludicrous. After these two battles, I'll just show a quick alternative of how you can change things around, because we don't really use Zernabog. It's only there for that brown storm. It does make it more reliable on the brown, because we get a constant brown storm literally every single turn. Not much brown there at the moment. This is where it can go wrong, but we've got a lot of brown there now, so we should be okay. Yeah, you can cast this again, cast on the bottom opponent. We've now got 491 attack. That is boosted up. Strength of Gargoyle now does 265 boost on that splash damage. Huge amount of damage. I'm going to charge up your Gargoyle again if you like. Should we park it on? Yeah, let's give them a wallop. Gargoyle in the middle. Huge splash damage. Everybody's dead. Alright, let's do one more. Then I'll show a couple of ways you can play around with this team. If you don't have a Zernabog, for example, what would you do then? Or if you don't have Mang, for example, there are options. What am I looking for? Let's get brown. Always good to have a barrier. Let's cast that. Boost our attack to 375. Cast Mang again on somebody you haven't nicked the armor from. They've got 652. You can cast your Gargoyle now if you want. If you want, you can even just cast your Chalcedony again. Cast Mang again just for laughs. 893 attack. Any skull hits are going to be crucifying. And we've got now a boost of 402 on our Gargoyle. Massive damage. Chalcedony just picks up the pieces and chucks them in the bin. Says you're rubbish. Right, so I'll just show a couple of ways we can play around with this team now. Claim the rewards. Thank you, Tar. Right, so for example, you don't have Mang or you don't have Zernabog, for example. You can just chuck in a second Chalcedony. This makes the loop even more reliable, because you get one Chalcedony up, or one fails to charge up, the other one's likely to be charged because of the enchantment you're going to have at the beginning. But failing that, you do need to have construct troops to make this most reliable. So pick construct. What I really like in this, in place of Zernabog, if you're a newer player, is the tower. Chuck the tower in. Don't care about the gargoyle gems. What's really cool is that inflict a random status effect on a random enemy when an ally casts a spell. That is really, really cool. When you're looping with Chalcedony, it's just like devastating. The enemy just gets bad status effect after bad status effect, and it is seriously bad news for them. If you don't have Mang, for example, then I would recommend Earth's Fury. What this does, it eliminates all armor from an enemy, deals damage to them, gives all allies 2 attack boosted by the armor eliminated. So similar to Mang, but it's not quite as good because the only way you're going to benefit from that extra attack on the other allies besides yourself is if you die, and you don't want to die, and this is quite hard to actually die in this team, no matter what your level, because Mang, like I say, the enemy just gives you the power you need regardless of your level. So it does work really well, but I do prefer Mang overall. But if you don't have that, then Earth's Fury is a good shout. So same kind of idea with Chalcedony. You can swap a Gargoyle for another Chalcedony. If you don't have a Gargoyle, it just means you're going to be concentrating on looping and taking skull hits instead. So same kind of thing. Let's show you how this version works. We're still going to get a nice benefit on Gargoyle on this team because of the way Gargoyle does its damage. So we start off already, we'll just get some brown. We've got this ready, we've got this, eliminate all armor, so we'll chuck that on the bottom troops A. Now we've gone up to 144 attack, everyone else has got a boost at the same time. This has gone up to 187 splash damage now, which is not bad. We can cast it again, let's cast it on the person we didn't take any armor from. Should we do it again? Why not? Let's do it on the bottom troop. And this gives us another boost in Gargoyle. Now does 244 boost. Chuck it on the troop in the middle. Everybody's dead. It's a nice alternative to that other team, and if you want to loop with Chalcedony, of course you can. When you do that, you're going to be giving non-stop negative status effects to the enemy, which is super, super useful. Combine that with the fact we get a barrier, it's going to be a really, really safe team. Don't worry about casting this. You can do it, but there's no real need to. I'll just leave it there. Observing, just looking on. Let's cast this on the bottom troop. Take away her armor. Boost up our Gargoyle. We can pick on her now with Chalcedony if you like. Every time you look, we're giving a status effect to the enemy. If you want to cast your Earth's Fury again, you absolutely can. Boost up our Gargoyle. Huge splash damage. Kills everyone. Last one. For brown at the start, but we've already got it. Didn't have to do anything. So we'll start off with saying hello. That's a lot of armor. We'll have that. Thank you very much. Starting on the troop you've taken the armor from. If you want to do it again, why not? We've actually got to collect mana for Chalcedony. We're still looping, but what the heck? So we'll hit them a couple of times. What boost we got? 379. That's pretty decent. We'll yeah, let's cast on them. Let's weaken everybody up. That's going to kill them. Loop, dead. Gargoyle, dead. So really safe, really, really easy. Nice fun team to use. That makes absolute mincemeat of any of the levels. 1 to 500, it will absolutely work. I've done it on many other factions that allow those colours. So there it is. There's the video. If you enjoyed it, why not bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. Tell your guild, tell your mates, tell your budgies, tell your fish, tell your guinea pigs, tell your llamas, cows, bulls. I don't know what pets people have. But anyway, tell everyone. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.